Hi there. Welcome back to e-GMAT, where we solve every SC question by using one unified scientific approach that we call e-GMAT meaning-based approach. My name is Shraddha Jaiswal. I'm a senior verbal SME at e-GMAT, and today we'll solve this very difficult OG advanced question together by using this e-GMAT meaning-based approach. This approach has 3 steps, and the first step in this approach is the meaning analysis, in which we try to extract the meaning communicated by the original sentence by breaking it down into smaller chunks. So let's just do so. The sentence reads, "Avalanches at Rogers Pass in Glacier National Park killed more than 2,000 people between 1885 and 1910. So this sentence is presenting some information about this particular event. This event is that the avalanches killed more than 200 people. Now, where did this event take place? It took place at Rogers Pass in Glacier National Park. When did it take place? It took place between 1885 and 1910. So the meaning of this part of the sentence is absolutely clear. Let's read further. But they are now controlled if not prevented. Okay, so the sentence is trying to say here that the avalanches are now controlled if they cannot be stopped completely. And then we see this contrast expressing word here, but. So what is the contrast? Well, the contrast is that between 1885 and 1910, yes, avalanches at this particular place killed so many people, but now avalanches are controllable if not completely prevented. Reading further, cannons are fired at the slopes to make snow masses fall before they become dangerous. So this part of the portion actually tells us how avalanches are now controlled. They are controlled by firing cannons at the slopes to make snow masses fall down before these snow masses become too dangerous. Okay, so now that we understand the meaning of the sentence, let's sum it up all. The sentence is talking about a particular event that a particular avalanches killed more than 200 people. Where? At Rogers Pass in Glacier National Park. When did this happen? Between 1885 to 1910. Presenting a contrast, then the sentence says that avalanches are now controlled. And then the sentence presents the process as to how these avalanches are now controlled. So if we look at the sentence in this perspective, we do understand that deriving the meaning of the sentence is not at all problematic. We do understand what the author intends to communicate. With this understanding, let's move on to our step 2, which is error analysis, in which we try to find out the grammatical errors in the sentence. Now, everything looks fine over here except for this pronoun that we see in this sentence. Now, a pronoun we know is a replacement of a particular noun that has already been mentioned in the sentence. So, this pronoun is actually referring to avalanches at Rogers Pass in Glacier National Park, which took place between 1885 and 1910. So, being very, very specific, the antecedent for this pronoun becomes this whole thing, this very specific avalanches. And when we plug this antecedent in place of this pronoun, we do understand that the meaning communicated by the usage of this pronoun is totally messed up. Why? Because these avalanches have already taken place, or they took place between a specific time period in the past. The avalanches that already did the damage, how can the very same avalanches be controlled in the present? This meaning is not logical. So, what we need to understand here is that the usage of this pronoun actually messes up the intended meaning of the sentence. So we need to get rid of that pronoun there to communicate that avalanches in general are now controlled, if not completely prevented. So we need to get rid of that pronoun in this sentence to make it correct. So we have understood the logic, we've understood the grammar. So now let's take a look at each and every answer choice and determine if they are correct or they are incorrect. So choice A definitely is incorrect because of this pronoun that we already discussed about. So this is out. We see that choice B also repeats the very same error. So of course, this usage makes this sentence absolutely illogical. In addition to this error, we also see the verb tense error here. Why? Because the time frame mentioned in the sentence is very specific in the past. So we cannot use any form of present tense to talk about the events that took place in this past time frame. So we need the simple past tense verb as we see in the original sentence, killed. So these are the two errors that make choice B incorrect. Choice C, again, everything is looking good, but it is only this pronoun they that makes choice C incorrect. Choice D repeats the verb tense error that we saw in choice D. Because we understand the time frame of the sentence so well, it is just so easy for us to reject choice D as well. And this leaves us with choice E, which indeed is the correct answer. Now, if we compare the verbiage of choice A and the verbiage of choice E, the only difference we will find is that this pronoun they that was problematic in choice A has been replaced by such avalanches in choice E. That totally solves the logical issue that we faced with the original sentence. When we use the phrase such avalanches, we are talking about avalanches in general and not the specific avalanches that took place at Rogers Pass in from 1885 to 1910. So again, if we focus on the focal point of the sentence, it is so easy to reject all the incorrect answer choices and straight away end up with the correct answer choice. So E is the correct answer choice for this one. With this understanding, let's now take a good look at our takeaways. As I said during my analysis also, pronouns are nothing but replacements of nouns that have already been used in the sentence. So we must be very, very careful when we look at a pronoun and try to understand what are they referring to and whether this reference makes sense in the context of the sentence. We saw that they just did not make any sense because it was talking about the avalanches that was already done. Our course incorporates this teaching in the pronouns concept very, very well with many examples. So that's a new addition that we've made in our course too. So yep, it's all there at e-GMAT in the e-GMAT SC course. Next one. If the sentence presents specific time frame in the past, the only verb tense that we can use is the simple past tense verb, as we proved in the case of this avalanches question. So make a note of those takeaways, and I thank you all for watching this solution. If you like this solution, please like it so that we know that you are here and you're liking the content that we are creating. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more solutions and articles, as we are working constantly to make great content to help you on your GMAT journey. Also, check the links in the description below for more helpful resources and keep learning. Thank you so much.